Let's talk about teaching idea generation skills. So if you help students come up with ideas, you run into all of these problems. First, you're hearing the same ideas over and over again. Dedicated driver service, a way to not lose your keys or wallet. You're also hearing ideas that are just low impact. So put a logo on a t-shirt, put a logo on a koozie. And you're hearing ideas that are just infeasible, either from a business perspective or from a reality perspective, that your students probably don't have the skills or experience to be able to bring a given idea to market. So an ideal solution would be to help our students come up with creative, impactful, and feasible business ideas. So we turn to idea generation skills. If we can help our students come up with these ideas, then hopefully they'll build better businesses. The problem is, this is not the solution. The reason is these creative, impactful, feasible ideas are just genuinely hard to come by. The best entrepreneurs in the world have difficulty coming up with these ideas. So it's no surprise that we have a difficult time teaching our students how to come up with these ideas. Let's talk about why idea generation isn't our solution here. When we think about a founder having an idea, we're usually imagining someone getting some form of inspiration for an app or a service, some sort of widget, basically a product. And then they go and they realize that product, and then they go introduce it to their customers. And almost universally, their customers reject that product. Why is that? Because customers don't buy products. Customers buy solutions to problems. So when we have our founder thinking of ideas and thinking of them in terms of products, it's no wonder they're not creative or not feasible or not impactful, because the customers don't even want to buy those things. Instead, what we want to do is find a better way to come up with the inspiration for these products. And that better way is problem discovery. If we know that customers buy solutions to problems, then we should start there. Start with the problem. And we can do that by teaching our founders how to ask customers about their problems. When you hear a customer's problem, you can use that as your source of inspiration to creatively come up with solutions to that problem. And then when your founders go and describe their solutions to their customers will turn from wary into enthusiastic, because someone is finally listening to their problems and doing something about it. And that's when something amazing happens. Enthusiastic customers will prepay for a product because they are so excited about the solution. Once you've gotten pre-orders for a product, your students will have the confidence and the validation to go produce the product. And that's how we know when you're on to a good idea. Good ideas start with problems. When we try and teach idea generation skills, it's akin to a chemistry teacher teaching alchemy. Not only is it not possible, it's focusing on the wrong thing. Instead, we want to teach our students problem discovery skills. And here's why. When we teach problem discovery skills, we're teaching our students how to have empathetic conversations with their customers. Creativity has a very important role in entrepreneurship, but it's not in coming up with ideas. It's in coming up with creative solutions to problems. And that's what we're inspiring our students to do. The other reason we want to teach problem discovery skills is that it's a lifelong skill set. Whether your students end up starting a company, or whether they're looking for their first job, or whether they end up in a corporate B2B scenario, being able to make empathetic connections with people is going to allow them to always build collaborative relationships with people and come up with innovative solutions. So let's talk about how your students can take the first steps to identify problems that they are uniquely suited to solve. So in this exercise, you're going to invite your students to write down 3 segments that they are in. So this can be just any 3 groups of people that they belong to. So they could be avid skateboarders, they could be vegetarians, they could be only children, whatever groups of people they identify with. then you're going to have them write down 3 passion segments. 3 groups of people they are excited to serve. So it could be members of a certain religion, or it could be athletes, or it could be disenfranchised youth. They write down 3 different groups of people that they are passionate about serving. Out of these 6 different segments they've come up with so far, they're going to pick the top 3. So pick 2 of the segments that you're in, one that you're passionate about, or all 3 that you're passionate about. Just have them identify 3 segments they are excited to serve. And with those 3 segments, they're going to identify 3 problems for each one. 3 problems that they hypothesize each of these segments might be trying to solve right now. So for skateboarders, it might be, they're having trouble transporting their skateboard on public transit. Or for bodybuilders, maybe it's, how do I make sure I'm getting the right mix of nutrients in my meals? Out of these 9 problems that they are uniquely suited to solve, they will have identified at least 1, if not 2 or 3 problems that are impactful and feasible to solve with extremely creative solutions. And that's our goal. So if we want this trifecta, we don't want to focus on idea generation skills, because customers don't buy ideas. They don't buy products. Customers buy solutions to problems. And now you know how to teach students to come up with those. We introduce them to problem discovery. They use the problems that they hear from their customers as a source of inspiration to come up with creative solutions. They describe those solutions to their customers, which enthralls them and inspires them to pre-order the actual solution, giving your students confidence that they should go out and build the product. This is the source of good ideas, focusing on the problem. All right, my friends, we've just talked about teaching problem discovery skills and how to do it.